Today's video is a tragedy. If you don't see the book you want on the shelf, write it. Beverly Cleary. Hi, my name is Austin, and welcome back to my channel. Today is day number 8 of Camp NaNoWriMo, and I am going to make this video short because I have words to get in, and I haven't written yet, and it is already late, so I have a lot of catching up to do. Actually, I did some words last night, about 700, but I haven't done any since I got up, so you should get your words in. Go type. It will be worth it. Please go get your words in. Don't be like me. Go get your words in and make the best story you can. And if your story's bad, it's okay, because no matter what, it will not be the worst story ever written, because I get that honor. This is my first book. I don't want to call it that because someday when I actually release a book, it will be my first book. But this, I wrote a first draft of a book when I was like 9 or 10. I never reread my draft, and I just self-published it. I never reread anything, and then one day I was like, you wanna know what? I want this to be a book. I don't need to edit my first draft that I wrote when I was 9. I will just publish it and make it into a book. Here it is. And here's the dust jacket, which is just as embarrassing as the actual book. To give you some motivation, I thought I would read you some excerpts from my amazing book. So, let's begin by reading the back cover. 5 kids are about to have the ride of their lives. If the back doesn't catch your interest, you can always go and read the synopsis.
Forbes, Michigan seems like the picture-perfect place to live. Unless you're Jared, Jen, Emily, Caden, or Eric. They call me names, like psychopath. They also think I'm not so strong, which they are wrong. I guess I'll have to prove it to them by kidnapping someone, locking them in a place far more scarier than they could have ever imagined. Oh, and last but not least, I just might make one of their closest allies kick the bucket. They probably won't second-guess me after that.
Cue. So at the time, Pretty Little Liars had just come out, and I decided to copyright it and make it into my own book. By the way, it's called Toffee Tango. So here it is. There's lots of pages, lots of words I wrote when I was young. None of them are good. Maybe we should go through some of the chapter titles. How is this not the Fear House? Is this where the saw came from? Glass can be sharp. So there are many of those chapters, and I thought that I would do a random number generator to read you some excerpts from my amazing, awesome, best book ever. This book is 221 pages. 221, let's generate. 124. Oh, page 124 is part of the chapter. Nightmares can come true too.
I can't see. It's bright, Eric said while Caden was nodding along. We could see the top of the Ferris wheel from here, and then I pointed and said, "Look, Emily and Jared are still on it. They are on cart number 2. I hope they're okay," Caden said back. I bit my chapped lips, and they were so chapped I could hear them crackle.
Let's pick a new number. Page 173. This is part of the chapter. Coffee and donuts are needed.
We all just went along with this stupid plan, but Jen had another idea. Well, where is the coffee and donuts? Jared just looked at her like, what the heck? You can't do a proper stakeout without coffee and donuts. Duh. Jared just stared at her, went and got round donut holes and a coffee packet. Then he started smiling and opened up the donut box. He threw one at Jen. Then we all started in throwing them at each other. I picked 2 and blasted them at Eric and Caden. After a minute of fun, we all had powdered sugar on us, and we didn't have any donuts.
New page. Page 29. Page 29. This is the end of chapter Person of Interest.
Silence is all I heard for a long time. Probably like 10 minutes. Everyone just stood there looking at a blank wall. Nothing to do. I felt like I was in a mousetrap. Can't move at all, and before you know it, you're lying there like the rest of them. Dead.
Let's do 1 or 2 more. Page 216. Oh, I haven't been showing them, but there you go. Over my dead body.
I saw Jen chase Q, but now we heard screaming coming from within the woods. It was faint, but it was there. It stopped after a few minutes, and we were all on the edge of our seats, praying for Jen to return out of the woods any minute. Each minute that passed it, though, we all had our heart rates go up after total scariness going through this. I was hoping it was just me being paranoid that heard the screaming, but the thing was that every other one of us had also heard it too.
T.O. Next one. Page 41. This is from the chapter A Rainbow After a Storm Isn't So Colorful.
We all just ran up the ladder and across the yard. All I saw was the back of an old blue rusted van. I groaned, then yelled, "We have nothing! She is gone!" I yelped. "You have nothing? What were you supposed to have?" Tanner asked me. I put my hand on my face and felt like screaming. Tanner was the last person I wanted to tell about this, and now I have to. I have absolutely no choice. Crap. I guess today I realized that the rainbow after a storm isn't so bright. I never saw a rainbow before, and this was actually pretty dull. Everyone was clapping in my face like I did to Jen earlier. What? I screamed at the top of my lungs. Sorry, I was distracted by that dull rainbow. Everyone tilted their heads, acting confused, then turned around and saw it too. What does that have to do with any of this? Emily squeaked. I just shook my head. Only if she knew. Only if she knew how dull the rainbow was. Maybe it could tell us something, or have a pot of gold at the end. But then I remembered, those are childish wishes. There is no pot of gold at the end. None at all.
That was part of my amazing, amazing book that I'm sure you are all going to go find and ask me for copies of and read it yourself, because you know you have never read a book that good. But yeah, that should motivate you, because go get your words in for the day on NaNoWriMo, because you know that your draft will not be worse than mine, at least. So you can pat yourself on the back knowing that you do not hold the record for worst book ever. Now I gotta go write words that are better than these today for my Camp NaNoWriMo goal. So I will see you back here tomorrow. Let me know if you like this and you want me to read more excerpts in the future. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow on day number 9. Bye-bye.